if I was to tell you, you would only need one chart to look at to help you dictate, analyze, forecast where the crypto market is going to go, it will be the total market cap chart. This has revolutionized my crypto trading journey. All you need to understand is the total market cap chart is the GOAT, because this holds all of the valuation of all cryptos. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, every single coin, even the low cap, the mid caps, every single coin, your meme coins as well. This is why it's very important that you analyze this chart. For those that trade ICT, usually you use the DXY to help you understand where EU is going to go. The total market cap chart is what you need to use as your equivalent of the DXY to understand where the rest of the crypto market is going to go. So let's just very quickly go over my forecast over the next 2 weeks. These are the key takeaways. Number one, do not listen to any social media influencers. They are always going to say, alt season's here, the pump is in. What you need to understand is to analyze the chart by yourself. There is going to be a black swan. We are expecting a move down. If you look at on the monthly time frame on the total market cap chart, we have breached last month's high. So July's high has been breached. We're now in August, and you can already see how this is forming. I'm expecting a wick to get formed down here, price to close below it, and either tap into the fair value gap, the order block, and if we're lucky, if we are very lucky, come much lower into the discount side of this dealing range. This is the new dealing range that we're in right now. If we're lucky to come back into this, the best thing about this is it gives us a better opportunity for us to spot buy our altcoins. Again, this helps you dictate where the alts are going to be. So for example, what I normally do is I actually put in a fib from the dealing range low to the dealing range high. I normally expect the 61.8% to get retraced, to get tapped into. That's the very first thing you want to see. Obviously, I'm on the monthly time frame. You can go in the lower time frames and look into this a bit more detail. But like I said, bare minimum, I'd want to see at least 3.5 to 3.45 trillion get tapped in. If we breach this, I'm expecting bare minimum 3.24, 3.25 to get tapped into. If we go into the weekly time frame, things are going to look much more clearer. So finally had the breach of previous month's high down here, and you can see that we're closing below this. We are possibly going to expect, so you got this order block down here, we are may expect a pullback up. I'm not expecting price to take this out, and even if it does, I'm still expecting the black swan to come at some point within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So that's the very first thing that you want to see. So option number one is we just continue dropping from here, tap into these key PD arrays. There's an order block down here as well. We got some fair value gaps down here. Price can come back as low as 2.8 trillion. And then when we have this area here tapped into, we're going to get alt season. We're going to get the move. And this is when you're least going to expect it. This is when quite a lot of the social media influencers, everyone who are retail traders, are least going to expect price to move aggressively from here, because you're expecting extreme fear. People literally are shitting themselves thinking what is going on. And they're probably going to say this is the top is in. But really and truly what's happening is we're liquidating all of the buy positions, and then we're getting the move back up. So that's option number one. Option number two is, yes, we do get the breach of the high first. So we come back up, we breach this high, get people on the wrong side of the market, and then we come back down. I'm still expecting key areas to get tapped into. Obviously, on our way down, we're not going to just come back and drop down in one go. We'll have retracements. All the way along, and I'll look for key regions. I will look for key regions around here. I will look for key regions around here to load up dollar cost average on my spot buys. those are the two scenarios that you want to focus on over the next 2 weeks. Just keep in mind, do not fear when price is coming into areas where there is extreme fear. When there's extreme fear around here, these are the times that you want to buy. We're currently, at this point, we were in extreme greed. At this point, we were in extreme greed. We're at all-time highs. People kept buying. People kept buying around these regions. People kept buying. And what we're doing is we're waiting until the market retraces back into key regions down here to move up. All right, so how does this look on the Bitcoin chart? Let's analyze the Bitcoin chart. We'll go into the monthly first. We've taken out previous month's high. As you can see, we've taken out liquidity down here. We've got a new dealing range between here to here. So we're just mapping out the skeleton of the chart right now. And that is the 50% level down here. We've got an order block that we can draw on from here as well. So the very first thing that you want to look at are all these key PD arrays, because this is what's going to help you identify where the market's going to go. If the total market cap chart is coming back down into these regions here, at least into this fair value gap, I'm expecting Bitcoin to drop into around at least bare minimum around 100K. 100K is where I'm probably expecting Bitcoin to head. We're not going to come down in one go. I'm expecting retracements, and we can go over that. So that's option number one. If we get a deeper move, anything below these key regions down here, then I'm expecting some other things. For example, we've got this order block down here we can look into. So around 70K. I highly doubt that we're going to reach that level. And the other thing that I normally do is from the dealing range low to the dealing range high, I add in a fib. I'm looking at the 61.8 to the 78.6. So we can just draw in a region between this area here, around 90, let's just call it 94K to around 85K. Those regions are where you want to look at, and you probably want to buy most of your spot buys around these regions. If we go into the weekly, you can clearly see we've taken out liquidity above down here. We've taken out this liquidity, swept this liquidity. We had people shorting around these regions. Liquidity swept. And if you also look at the liquidity heat map on BTC, there was high liquidity around 123 to 124K, which we slept. The next liquidity area is actually around 114K. So I'm going to draw in this fair value gap around here. These are key regions that you want to look at. And you can draw this region in down here. So these are key liquidity regions. 111K is key area to look at. I'm saying around 114 to around 110K. This is my next forecast of where BTC is going to go. Let's go into the daily. So similar to the total market cap chart, what we can expect is price could come back up, take out liquidity around these regions, and people are thinking, okay, this is it now, we're going to go from here. We'll have extreme greed. Actually, what's happening is just a liquidation of liquidity around here and here, and we're dropping from there then. Option number one. Option number two is actually we will just retrace back. We've created a new, let's just call this a new dealing range. We could get some movement back up. I will probably not drop into the 4 hour, but I normally just draw in a fib, like I say, around these regions, and then I'll expect BTC to come at least into the 61.8, around 121K, and then there could be a possibility of a short down here, stop losses above the leverage trade, all the way back into bare minimum around 111K. Remember, the first region that I'm first looking at is around 114K, which is around here. There's an order block there. That's where I'll be looking first. Possibly take some profit from there. Around 75% of profit will go from here, and then the rest of it will be around here. That's what I'm looking for right now on BTC. This could be the black swan. This move here could be the black swan. If we get this move and we continue to move, I'm then expecting moves lower. I'm expecting price to reach into regions of around 111k, if not around 95 to 100k. So those are key things that you want to look at. These two charts are probably the most important charts that you want to use when you're analyzing. Why? Because as the total market cap chart moves down, so does everything else. And as it moves up, so does everything else. Bitcoin is the highest market cap chart. So you want to look at this in correlation to all your altcoins, even including the Bitcoin dominance. I'm going to leave it there for now. If you like the analysis that I do, please subscribe, like, and share. And I'll be doing a weekly analysis for this YouTube page. And please also follow me on all social medias. Everything will be linked below.